is Colin this morning?
Well, he's a bit feverish, but no worse than usual after a crying fit. Hey, he says he wants her to go and see him as soon as I can. He's taking a fancy to thee, and no mistake.
I will go and see him, but I want to see Dickon first.
Morning, Miss Mary.
Good morning, John.
Hey, there's a difference in her.
Aye.
She gave it to his lordship last night. Nobody else would have dared.
Aye, poor lad. Mother says two worst things as can happen to a child is never to have his own way, or allus to have it. She doesn't know which is worst.
Miss Mary were in a fine temper herself.
Aye, she was. Mind you, when I went to see Master Colin this morning, he says to me, please ask Miss Mary to come and see me as soon as she can. Hey, think of him saying please.
Well, it weren't long ago since I was saying to nurse that things in this house were going to change for the better.
Aye, you was right. Seems our Dickens had an hand in it somewhere and all. Hey, happen he can charm people as well as animals. He's tamed enough wild creatures already, so maybe taming Miss Mary comes easy.
It's going to take more than a few straight words to set Master Colin right. He's that sickly. There's nothing wrong with his lungs, for all his legs are so weak.
No, never has been. Do you know, John, I've heard him refusing his medicine while I've been way downstairs in washhouse.
If you spent more time in washhouse, Martha, and less time chatting, there's more to get done in this place. Whew. Old place needs a good airing now warm weather's coming. And old linen needs changing. And John, that breakfast tray needs getting downstairs before next year's Christmas dinner gets cooked. Martha, have you dusted mantelpiece?
Yes, Mrs. Medlock.
Well, do it again. Dust thick enough to plant taters in.
I think the time has come, Dickon, to trust Colin with a secret. I promised to go and see him now, but I had to tell you first.
Hey, we mun get him out here. We mun get him watching and listening and sniffing up air. Then he won't be screaming at night, thinking he's gonna die.
Aye, that we mun. When I go back to the house, I'm going to ask him if you can bring the animals to see him one day soon. He's took a greatly fancy to thee.
Hey, thou mun talk a bit of Yorkshire like that to Master Colin. That'll make him laugh. And there's nowt as good for ill folk as laughing is.
What are you saying? I never heard you talk like that before.
Doesn't thou understand a bit of Yorkshire when thou hears it? And thou Yorkshire lad the sen, born and bred, I wonder thou'rt not ashamed to thy face.
Upon my word! Whoever would have heard the like? Whoever would have thought it?
What is it, Medlock? Stop standing there talking away to yourself.
It's this parcel, Master Colin. It's come for Miss Mary.
We'll give it her and then leave us.
It's from London, Miss Mary. I'll cut the string for you.
I've never had a parcel before, and it isn't my birthday or anything. I wonder what it is. What a lovely book. Look, Colin, it's all about gardening.
There's something else, Miss Mary. A little writing case with your initials on it. And a silver pen.
It's beautiful. To Mary Lennox from her uncle Archibald Craven. I can write better than I can print, and the first thing I shall write with this pen is a letter to tell him I'm much obliged. Where is he, Mrs. Medlock?
You better send the letter to his bank, Miss Mary. Like as not, he's off on his travels again.
I thought your father had forgotten all about me, but he knew I'd rather have a book like this than dolls or toys. I saw Dickon this morning, and Captain and Whiskers are with him. They're beginning to be friends with me.
Oh, I wish I was friends with things, but I'm not. I never had anything to be friends with. I can't bear people. Did you feel as if you hated people?
Yes, I should have detested you if I'd seen you before the Robin and Dickon.
I hated you when you said Dickon was like an angel. But perhaps he is.
Well, if an angel did come to Yorkshire and live on the moors, if there was a Yorkshire angel, I believe he'd know how to talk to the wild animals, like Dickon does.
I told you I shouldn't mind Dickon looking at me. I want to see him.
I'm glad. Because
Because what?
Can I trust you? I trusted Dickon because birds trusted him. Can I trust you? For sure.
Yes, yes, for sure.
Well, Dickon will come and see you one day soon, and he'll bring his animals with him. But that's not all. The rest is better. There is a door into the garden. I found it. It's under the ivy on the wall.
Shall I see it? Shall I get into it? Shall I live to get into it?
Of course you'll see it. Of course you'll live to get into it. Don't be so silly. You see, Colin, I've seen it. I've been inside. I found the key weeks ago. But I daren't tell you. I daren't. Because I was so afraid I couldn't trust you, for sure.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Medlock. Well, how is he? The boy will break a blood vessel in one of his crying fits someday. He's half insane with hysteria and self-indulgence.
Well, sir, you'll scarcely believe your eyes when you see him. That plain, sour-faced child that's almost as bad as himself as... Well, she's bewitched him. She just flew at him like a little cat last night and stamped her foot and ordered him to stop screaming. Well, she seemed to startle him so much that he actually did stop. And this afternoon... Well, sir, you better come upstairs and see for yourself. Nurse is waiting for you.
Thank you.
Those long spires of blue ones. We'll have a lot of those. They're called delphiniums.
Dickon says they're larkspurs. Made big and grand. There are clumps there already.
Oh, he's out of bed, Doctor.
Oh, well, that's good news. I'm sorry to hear you were ill last night, Colin.
I'm better now. Much better. I'm going out in my chair in a day or two if it's fine. I want some fresh air.
Well, it'll have to be a very fine day. And you must be careful not to tire yourself.
Fresh air won't tire me.
I thought you didn't like fresh air.
I don't when I'm by myself. But my cousin is coming with me.
And of course, you will accompany him, nurse.
Oh, naturally, sir.
No, I will not have the nurse. A very strong boy I know will push my carriage.
Well, he must be a strong boy. And it must be someone I know something about. Who is he?
It's Dickon.
Dickon. Well, if it's Dickon, you'll be safe enough. He's as strong as a moor pony.
And he's trusty. He's the trustiest lad in Yorkshire.
Did Dickon teach you that?
I'm learning Yorkshire like some people learn dialects in India.
Well, Colin, I see no reason why you shouldn't go out for a short while. But remember...
I don't want to remember. Mary makes me forget, and that's why I'm feeling better.
Well, goodbye. And wrap up well.
Oh, stop fussing.
Good day, nurse.
Goodbye, Doctor. Now, Master Colin, you ready for your tea?
Well, it seems as if he's best doctor in Yorkshire, doesn't it?
Well, sir, could you have believed it?
Well, it certainly is a new state of affairs. And no one can deny it's better than the old one.
I believe Susan Saab is right, I do that. I stopped by her cottage yesterday on my way to Thwaite and had a bit of a talk with her. And she says to me, well, Agnes, Miss Mary mayn't be a good child and she mayn't be a pretty one, but she's a child and children need children.
You've been out already.
It's so beautiful. You never saw anything so beautiful. The spring has come. It's here now. Dickon says so.
Is it? Open the window. Perhaps we may hear golden trumpets.
That's fresh air. Draw in long breaths of it. That's what Dickon does when he's lying on the moor. He says it makes him feel as if he could live forever and ever.
forever and ever. Does it make him feel like that?
Oh, you sure you're not chilly, Master Colin?
No, I'm breathing in long breaths of fresh air. It makes you strong. I'm getting up for my breakfast this morning, and my cousin is having it with me. Go and order it.
Oh, very good, Master Colin.
Oh, one other thing, nurse. A boy, a fox, a rabbit, and a newborn kid are coming to visit me this morning.
Yes.
You can tell Martha to bring them in. The boy is an animal charmer.
I hope the animals won't bite.
Well, well. You could have knocked me down with a feather when I got my orders this morning. His Royal Highness. It wasn't to be looked at. Sending for a man he's never set eyes on before.
Aye, things are changing in this house, Mr. Roach. Don't you be surprised when you go up to his room if you find yourself in the middle of a menagerie. And Martha Sarby's dicking more at home than you and me could ever be.
Ah, well, Dickon would be at home at Buckingham Palace. Aye, or at bottom of a coal pit.
Come on, suck.
I brought it to thee a bit hungry, 'cause I know thou'd like to see it feed. Come on, little un. They'll get more out of this than they will out of velvet coats. There now. That's the way. Here.
Come in.
Here is Mr. Roach, Master Colin. Martha, I want you.
You can go, Medlock. Come into the room, Roach, where I can see you. So you are Roach, are you, the head gardener?
Sir.
I sent for you to give you some very important orders.
Very good, sir.
I'm going out in my chair this afternoon. If the fresh air agrees with me, I may go out every day. When I go, none of the gardeners are to be anywhere near the long walk by the garden walls. No one is to be there.
Yes, sir.
I will go out at about 2 o'clock, and everyone must keep away until I send word they may go back to their work. Do you understand?
Very good, sir.
Mary, what is that thing you say in India when you have finished talking and you want someone to go?
You say, you have my permission to go.
You have my permission to go, Roach. But remember, this is very important.
Very good, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's all safe now. And this afternoon I shall be in the secret garden. Don't hold me so tight, John. You're hurting me. You have my permission to go.
This is called the long walk. Look at that. Oh, there's a sparrow. What kind of flower is that?
That's the bonnet.
This is it, Colin.
Is it? But I can't see anything.
And that's what I thought. Up there is where the robin perched on the ivy and sort of told me to go on looking. And this is where I felt in the ivy. And the robin went on chirping at me. And this is the branch that somehow fell back in my hand. And here is the door, and here is the handle. Push me, Dickon. Push me in quickly.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's more beautiful than I ever thought it would be. I shall get well here. I know I shall get well.
Hey, it's Gradely. I'm 13 going on 14, and there's a lot of afternoons in 13 years, but it seems to me like I've never seen one as Gradely as this year.
Aye, I'll warrant it's the greatest as ever was in this world.
Does that think as happens it were made like this on purpose for me?
My word, that there's a bit of good Yorkshire. Tart, cheap and well done.
Let's put your chair under that plum tree, Master Colin. Hey, blossoms a canopy fit for a king.
Or a Raja.
That's the way. Strong. That's it. Right, back up now. That's the way. Straight round.
There.
And in. There.
Well done.
I wonder if we should see the robin.
You'll see him after a bit.
They'll see him flying backward and forward, carrying worms nigh as big as incense. Mother says when she sees the work a robin has, to keep them gaping beaks filled, she feels like a lady with naught to do. She says she's seen little chaps at times when sweat must be dripping off them, though folks can't see it. Are you up line there, Master Colin? Because Miss May and I's got work to do, same as always.
Quite happy.
Look, Colin. Here's a woodpecker's feather. Let's plant it.
Why?
Dickon always plants feathers for luck.
I think this is the luckiest afternoon of my life. I don't want it ever to go, but I shall come here tomorrow, and the day after that, and all the days after that.
Aye, that they will. Us lad be walking about here and digging same as t'other folk afore long.
Walk, dig, shall I?
For sure they will. Dad's got legs of thine own, same as t'other folk.
Yes, but they're so weak and shaky. I'm afraid to try and stand up on them.
When they stops being afraid, they'll stand on them. And they'll stop being afraid afore long.
Shall I? Who is that man?
Man?
Look, just look.
Ben Weatherstaff!
Ah, little note. If I wasn't a bachelor and thou was a wench of mine, I'd give thee a licking. I never thought much of thee. I couldn't abide thee first time I set eyes on thee. Scrawny, buttermilk-faced young besom, always asking questions and poking the nose where it wasn't wanted.
But Ben...
I never knowed how thou got so thick with me. If it hadn't been for Robin, drat him.
Ben Weatherstaff! It was the robin who showed me the way.
Hey, the button. Laying the interference on a robin. Him showing that way. The little note. However in this world did thou get in?
Stop shaking your fist at me. It was the robin. He didn't know he was doing it, but he did.
I don't believe a word of it. I
We'll
don't
meet
believe
right
a word
after
that
him.
says. It's just same as has been telling me all. Hey?
Do you know who I am?
Who?
Do you? Answer.
Who thou art? Aye, that I do, with thy mother's eyes staring at me out of thy face. Lord knows how thou come here, but thou art poor cripple.
I'm not a cripple. I'm not.
He's not. He's not got a lump as big as a pin. I looked and there was none. Not one.
Thou hasn't got a crooked back,
No.
and thou hasn't got crooked legs.
Dickon, help me.
He can do it. He can do it. He must. I know he can. He can.
Look at me, you. Just look at me. Look at me.
He's as straight as I am. He's as straight as any lad in Yorkshire.
Oh, the lies folks tells. Thou art as thin as a lat and as white as a wraith, but there's no knob on thee. Thou'll make a man yet, God bless thee.
Get down from that ladder and go down to the long walk. Miss Mary will meet you. Be quick.
Hey, lad. Hey, me lad. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go and meet him, Mary. I can stand, Dickon.
I told you they could as soon as they stopped being afraid. And that stopped.
Yes, I stopped. Are you making magic?
That's making it the same. It's same magic as make flowers work out of earth.
Yes, there couldn't be bigger magic than that. There couldn't be. I'm going to walk over there. I'm going to be standing when Weatherstaff comes in.
You see, Ben Weatherstaff, Colin wants to get well now. He stopped thinking about having lumps on his back and dying. We just don't talk about it. You will remember, won't you?
I'll remember.
Look at me, Weatherstaff. Look at me all over.
Hey, whatever thou's to been doing with this hen? Hiding out of sight and letting folks think thou was a cripple and a half-wit.
Half-witted? Who thought that?
Lots of fools. World's full of jackass's brain, and they never brain out but lies. But what did thou shut this hen up for?
Everybody thought I was going to die, but I'm not. I know I'm not.
Thee die? No, tut sword. When I seed thee put thy legs to ground in such a hurry, I knew thou was all right. Here, sit thee down on rug, young master, a bit, and give me the orders. Give him a hand.
Easy.
That's right.
Well, Weatherstaff, you'll have to be in the secret now. We didn't want anybody else, but it can't be helped. What work do you do in the gardens?
Oh, anything I'm told to do. I'm only kept on by favour because she liked me.
She?
Aye, thy mother.
This was her garden, wasn't it?
Aye, 'twere that. She were main fond of it.
It's my garden now, and I'm fond of it. I shall come here every day, but it is to be a secret. I shall send you sometimes to help, but you must come when no one can see you.
Oh, I've come before when no one saw me.
What? When?
Oh, last time I was here was about 2 years ago.
But nobody's been in it for 10 years. There was no door.
Oh, I'm no one, and I didn't come in at door. I came in over the wall, but rheumatics has held me back this past 2 years.
That come and did a bit of pruning. I couldn't make out how it happened.
Aye, well, she was so fond of it, she was. She says to me once, Ben, she says, if ever I'm ill or go away, you must take care of my roses. And when she did go away, orders was no one was to come nigh. But I come, she gave her orders first.
You did right, Weatherstaff, and you shall know how to keep the secret.
Aye, I shall know, sir. And it'll be easier for a man with rheumatics to come in at door.
Ben,
Yes?
there's a bit of grafting I want to see.
Where?
It's over here.
Oh, I'll show thee that.
I'm not sure they've done it right, though.
Ah, well, let me have a look.
Dickon, thou said it'd have me walking, and thou said it'd have me digging. I thought thou was just saying it to please me. But this is only the first day, and I've been walking and I've been digging.
That's a Yorkshire lad, to be sure. Here, how would you like to plant a bit of something? I can get thee a young rose tree.
Go and get it, quick. I want to plant it before the sun goes quite down.
Let me take a few trifles out, Master Colin.
It's quite time, isn't it?
The roots will get stronger every day.
Here we are. Set it in dirt this end, same as King does when he goes to a new place. Put them roots round there. That's it. Soil there. Now we can do with some water.
Here. Here's some water.
That's it.
Here, Mr. Colin. That's it.
There, it's planted. And the sun isn't quite down yet. Help me, Dickon. I want to be standing when it goes. That's all part of the magic. I shall get well. I shall get well and live forever and ever and ever.